I heard Big Ben say, well, why is he waiting? I'll ask, why are the Steelers now mentioning Kirk Cousins? Just pretend you're Aaron Rodgers. I can play for Kyle Shanahan. I got Christian McCaffrey behind me. Juwan Jennings, George Kittle. Temperate weather. Or go to a tone-deaf offensive organization that pays all their defensive players in Pittsburgh. Bruh, it's not close. We already knew he was interested in Minnesota. And they don't have Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. So I'm just saying, if I'm Aaron and he says, I'll play for 10, I'm going to the Niners. Now, this is speculation. I don't know anything. But Aaron's too smart to make a foolish decision. And I don't think Pittsburgh, just say it out loud, tone deaf to offense, lost their left tackle, lost Najee Harris, once again, heavy defense draft. Aaron's not solving that thing. You're not solving that thing. Seattle, Arizona, okay, you have to get through the Rams, Stafford aging, just thrown out there.
Okay. Well, is this just wild speculation that's just fun? Because it's just like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. Why don't we just say Aaron Rodgers to the Bengals, to the Chiefs, to the Raiders, to the Eagles? Like, is there actual legs beneath this? Like, is there any type of energy or even remote interest in Aaron Rodgers to the 49ers? Is Shanahan kind of like, I don't know. Is the ownership kind of like, I don't know? Or is this just kind of like, let's just look at 32 teams and be like, well, I guess 31 minus the Jets. Be like, what would Aaron Rodgers look like with Patrick Mahomes and could they do like a 2-quarterback system? That'll be interesting. Aaron Rodgers with Andy Reid, and it's like, yeah, I guess that would be cool and interesting. Is it even remotely possible? Probably not. Probably most definitely not. You know, you hear Patrick Mahomes being like, oh, I'd love to have Aaron here. It'll be so great. You know, like I just, probably not. So I'm a little confused by this. Like, is there, I haven't really heard this story in any measurable, there is real conversation about Aaron Rodgers going to the Minnesota Vikings, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Even though Minnesota Vikings fans want to pretend like it wasn't, when it obviously was. But I don't know if there's any real truth behind the 49ers. Now, the entertainer, the person who loves to be entertained, me, I'd love to see it. Just strictly entertainment. I'm not saying the 49ers should do it. I'm a huge defender of Brock Purdy. I just made a whole video, literally just a second before this one, all about Brock Purdy, all about the 49ers, defending them, etc., etc. But from someone who just loves the entertainment, and it's like, heck, yeah, man, Aaron Rodgers in San Francisco, like, you know, that's just an interesting story. So just you know, and just like that, like, I've seen Brock Purdy in the 49ers, and I believe in Brock Purdy in the 49ers, but like, I don't know, man, Aaron Rodgers and the 49ers, but that's the problem, though, because it would be like, that's why I brought up Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs and Aaron Rodgers, because it's a ridiculous, you know, idea and comparison, and I'm kind of like, well, yeah, I still want to see it. That's still fun. Are you kidding me? Have Patrick Mahomes, you know, Wildcat Patrick Mahomes is like, you know, lined up next to Travis Kelce and Aaron Rodgers calling hike. I'm like, yeah, man, let's see it. Like, if we're gonna have fun with wild speculation, then like, let's keep doing it. Let's just keep doing it. Let's have Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen on the same team. Like, how do you stop that? You have both quarterbacks there. Like, who's the ball gonna go to? Nobody knows. Both athletic freaks, you know. And it's like, all right, that's fine. I'm just speculating, though. I'm just, you know. But yeah. The problem with that is, all the fun aside now and the wild speculation, and the reason why I was like even on the fence, as soon as I saw what this was about, I was like, oh, am I going to make a video about this? Because I hate making videos that don't really feel that they're rooted in anything, unless it's a fun hypothetical. Like, I always use the example, Josh Allen to the Chiefs, how many Super Bowls would he win? Like, I actually find that fun and interesting. Not all the time, but sometimes. With this, I'm kind of just like, why, if the 49ers believed that they were legitimately a quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl, they had a Super Bowl ready win now roster, and that Aaron Rodgers can elevate more than a Brock Purdy, then they would do that. But if they feel like, hey, yeah, we're going to, we could be a pretty good team, even with a great quarterback, even if we had the best quarterback in the NFL right now, do we have what it takes to win the Super Bowl? Maybe not. Maybe we could be a contender. Maybe we could be a legit, playoff contender, make some noise. But, we're kind of reworking this team, reworking the defense, had to move on from some key pieces on offense. Like, then you would say, like, well, then what's the point of bringing in Aaron Rodgers to disrupt Brock Purdy, especially if you're still trying to, like, if you bring in Aaron Rodgers, then you're thinking, we don't rather haven't reached the conclusions about Brock Purdy, so then you want him to play because you want then to continue to evaluate him to be sure, okay, we want him for the long term, or you're reaching the conclusions that Brock Purdy is not your guy, and then if that's the case, trade Brock Purdy, try to get something in return for him, roll out Mac Jones, be terrible, and then draft a quarterback top 5 now. Get Archie Manning or whoever. Go out and get a top quarterback in the NFL next year. Like bringing in Aaron Rodgers ends up just being kind of like a messier situation. And quite frankly, if you move on from Brock Purdy and you bring in Aaron Rodgers, or you keep both of them, and then you tried out Aaron Rodgers and the season doesn't go too well, similar to like kind of maybe like what happened with the Jets or the last couple of years in Green Bay, I feel like your fan base starts to lose faith in you. The coach, the players kind of start to lose faith. The coaching staff, like things just kind of get a little wonky. You make a decision like that and you bring in Aaron Rodgers, like it better work. It better work. And the problem is they've already been to 2 Super Bowls. They haven't won, but they've been to 2 Super Bowls. So it's not like you could say, well, like we got to a Super Bowl or we got to the NFC Championship game. So, well, you already did that. So you can't say it was a success then. The only way it would be a success is if Aaron Rodgers absolutely balled out. He would have to ball out, and if you still came up short in a Super Bowl or an NFC Championship game, you would still say, yeah, but Aaron was the second best quarterback in the NFL. He was second to only Josh Allen or something. Like, that was the only way that you would be able to justify anything short of that. Like, you would just be like, what did we do? What did we do? What's the plan now? Like, what are we trying to do here? Is Aaron going to play for another 3 years? Are we building around Aaron Rodgers now? Are we drafting? Like, it just gets messier and weirder. Unless you reach the conclusion that this roster is ready to win, Christian McCaffrey's going to be healthy, Kittle still has some juice into him, etc., etc. Brock Purdy's not good enough. So you're going to bring in Aaron Rodgers. But then again, if you don't think Brock Purdy's good enough, then you definitely move on from him. Get something in return. And if you don't think your roster is good enough, and you don't think Brock Purdy's not good enough, then just be bad for another year. Get a great top pick. Boom. Then you potentially are setting yourself up to be great for another decade. You sacrifice this year and there you go. So I don't know. I had this kind of like this bummer of a moment this morning when I was waking up and I was thinking about the videos to make. And I was just thinking, like, right now we're in the heart of no man's land, right? It's like May, June. We had a bunch of stuff leading up to the draft. And like as soon as the Super Bowl's over, you're still kind of diagnosing what went wrong for the Bills, what went wrong for the Chiefs, and so there's still plenty of content. You're marinating in the victories. The Commanders, they were so awesome, the Eagles, etc., etc. And so there's plenty of stuff to go around there. And then now leading up to the draft, it's kind of like, oh, what do the Eagles need? What do the Raiders need? What do the 49ers need? Oh, I hear they might be drafting this guy, or should they draft this guy, or should they go running back? And like there's plenty of stuff. And then the draft happens, and now we get to be like, oh my God, they drafted this guy. No, I can't believe they drafted that. Can you believe they traded up? Or they should have done this. Plenty of stuff. Now that's all kind of settled. And now we're in no man's land where it's like nothing else is really happening. How many more videos about Ash and Genty going to the Raiders could I possibly make, even though I'm going to make a couple more because it's like it's what everyone else is doing. You got to do it. And now, but it's just like there's nothing else. And so we're just stuck for like another month or two before now we start getting truly back into preseason practices. You're starting to hear more reports. Oh, Shedeur Sanders is shocking people, in practice. He's playing great, and here they're even showing us footage of like Justin Fields now throwing dimes, like they're trying to get there. And then you start getting closer and closer. You have a couple of preseason games, and then we're back. May right now, we are not back. We are not back. So, trying my best to navigate it personally, but You know, it's treacherous out there. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers to the 49ers. Let's go, baby. Let's do it. Super Bowl, what is it, 60, right? Was last year 59 or something? But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Aaron Rodgers going to the 49ers or maybe the Kansas City Chiefs? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.